Good morning, good evening, or good night, wherever in the world you are. Hope you guys are doing well, and welcome to your latest Nottingham Forest news and transfer news. Guys, in today's video, we will be covering off Forest going shopping in the Spurs store, a Bundesliga incoming who was previously linked with Forest that we brought you, I think, last week an update on, and a free transfer right back that could be coming to the City ground. And finally, you probably know who it is, but a Blackpool player who's been relinked and quite likely to be released, and Forest are the front runners for him. Before we get started, guys, if you would be kind enough to give the video a quick like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, go check out our merch store if you want a Lingardinho top. You can see that on your shirt all day long. And finally, if you would like to become a member and support the channel and get all the Forest emojis, it's only 99p for the silver membership, and that will unlock that plus many more perks. But let's get into it, and let's start with the Tottenham link. It is no secret that Nottingham Forest are still in the market and are still looking for either a cover or a front-running left wing back or left back to cover off, with Omar Richards still being out for quite a while. Most recent link is Sergio Regulion from Tottenham Hotspurs, who is out of favour, and a loan deal may be struck up between Tottenham and Nottingham Forest. What's interesting about this is Forest have Spurs as their next opponents in the Premier League. So could this happen before then? I don't know. I think negotiations will be ongoing this week, but I think this could be a potential good link. Now, we've got to ask ourselves, why is he no longer in the Spurs team? This guy was brought in as the next big thing, the Spanish left back, and under Conte, he has found himself out of favour. Now, the main reason for this is Regulion is more your orthodox left back than a left wing back, playing in a 3 or 5 at the back, whatever you want to call it. He's very good defensively, but not great in terms of his end product, in terms of getting up the pitch and crossing the ball in. And he's not brilliant at shooting. I know it sounds weird to be talking about a left back or a left wing back as finishing, but this is the modern football now, and you have to be able to complete all of these. In general, though, in terms of solidifying a defense, he could be a very good and very viable option. And in terms of a loan deal, so that it has short-termness to it, while we wait for Omar Richards to recover from his injury, this could actually be a very astute piece of business by Nottingham Forest. Do I think it will happen? I think there is a good chance this happens. I don't think we need 3 full-time left backs / left wing backs as we have Tuffalo and Omar Richards. But in the event, and hopefully it doesn't happen, that Tuffalo was to get injured, we're very short on cover there, with only really the likes of Colback potentially who would cover as a utility emergency left wing back. So I can see this happening. I see it making sense. But my only concern is, would he fit into the system? Now, the other thing you could ask yourself is the system going to change? And are we looking to go to a 4 at the back in a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3? Sorry, a 4-3-3. This could be a trigger to show that it does happen if Cooper is looking to bring him in ahead of Tuffalo, as Regulion definitely works better in a back 4. But either way, I'd love to hear your comments on this one. Would you like to see him at Forest? I think there's a no risk involvement in this, but let me know down below in the comments if you do or if you don't. We've been covering this story all summer in terms of Vranckx and his movement away from Wolfsburg, and the departure is looking more and more imminent. With a price tag of about 7 to 8.5 million put on his head, he is looking like he's going to leave. Now, the reason being is that he's been left out of the Wolfsburg squad, but there are a lot of suitors interested, of which Nottingham Forest are one of them, alongside Everton, Lille and AC Milan. This guy is a quality midfielder, and even I believe has a background in boxing, so will bring in a lot of strength into that Forest midfield. But the real question is, do we need another midfielder? I like this guy. As a 19-year-old, I think he's got a lot of room to develop and a lot of time to develop in. And I would quite like to see him. And for 8 million-ish, I think that's quite a cheap deal and one that we should seriously consider. Do I think Forest are the front runners on this? I'm not sure, because we are interested, but just like Everton are interested as well. They've just brought Onana in, who probably will be their priority or prioritized in terms of gameplay over the likes of Vranckx. So, does it happen? I'm not sure in this one, but what I do know is he is going to be leaving. And if he is leaving, then Forest do need to seriously consider his services, because the quality he can provide and the room for development is going to be huge. But guys, tell me down below, do you want another midfielder in amongst our ranks? I say the more the merrier. Let's strengthen that squad and make it deep. Let me know down below. Continuing with the defensive theme, and Sergio Aurier, who is now going to be a free transfer. The ex-Tottenham right-back has been linked with Nottingham Forest. I don't think this one is huge on the priority list, as he is also heavily linked with Crystal Palace. But having cover in terms of the experience he has at right-back for Nico Williams would not be the worst idea, and it's clear to see with the rumours of other right-backs being linked into Nottingham Forest that Steve Cooper is considering strengthening in that department. Would he be a good option? Yes, he does come with Premier League experience, a good defender, but an erratic defender in my opinion, always susceptible to a red card or a yellow card quite regularly during his time at Tottenham. He can get forward, he can shoot, he can cross, but he needs to make better decisions. This one, again, would be risk-free as a free agent. He has fallen from grace a bit in the eyes of the footballing world, and after being at Tottenham and being so, his stock was so much higher there, it has clearly fallen over the last few years. But if anyone can rekindle someone's career, we all know that person is Steve Cooper. So let me know in the thoughts below. Let me know your thoughts even in the comments below. Would you like to see him coming in as strengthening for Nottingham Forest? Or do you think he would push Nico Williams, who we've all been extremely impressed with at the start of this season? But would Serge come in to sit on the bench? I guess that's the question for you guys. The last player to update you about today is Josh Bowler from Blackpool, who has been linked on and off of Forest, you could argue really from January last year. It's been clear to see, I think, with the comments from his manager that he is available to be bought, with the manager coming out and saying that they wouldn't sell him for cheap, which basically means we're open to negotiation on him. Now, does he get into the Forest team? In my opinion, absolutely not. But does he add a bit of squad depth for a couple of million? Yes, he does. I think it's not a bad shout. And I think it's well worth doing. I believe the quotes for him are between 2 and 3 million. And in this transfer window, that's pocket change to us. So I could see this one happening. So watch this space and we will keep you updated on him. Not the most exciting of signings, but potentially one that will get done. And I think he would be a squad player. Guys, there are plenty of other rumours going around, including people like Hateborg and people like that at right back. All of them are conjecture right now. I wouldn't believe too much into what's being said. I will be, as always, monitoring the situations on all the other weak links into Nottingham Forest and bringing them to you as I feel they start to strengthen and there's some legs behind them. But guys, that will wrap it up for us today. I hope you've enjoyed the news. Which of these players that we've spoken about today most catches your eye? Let me know in the comments down below. And before you leave, if you would be kind enough to give the video a quick like, subscribe to the channel if you are new or if you're a Forest fan. We will be having the watch along for you tomorrow in the Cup as Forest go to Grimsby, and we'll be talking later on about the teams and my potential predicted lineup for it. I think it's going to be an interesting one with a lot of new faces potentially blooded in from all our new signings, so keep an eye out for that. And don't forget, before you leave, go check out our merch store, get yourself a Lingard, Tarpon and Cooper we trust, whatever your heart desires. And if you want to support the channel, click on the join button. For 99p you can become a member. Thank you for watching, guys. We will see you later on in a preview for the Grimsby match, and come on you Reds.